constructed at Ibrahim Adesanya. Can you see that? You can see truck, bulldozers that are doing construction.
What are you saying? Dumping refuse.
Baskets of Hello, welcome to Ecotech Real Estate Academy, and I am Mary Augusta. I have with me here
Miss Adeline Amara Okurum, Director.
Yes, we have a realtor with more than 5 years experience selling and making real asset owners in Lagos. And today we are talking about Nigerians and their shelter, the rainy season today. So these are the issues we want to address. We're talking about flooding in Lagos. We're talking about erosion in different parts of the country. We're talking about the impact, the pressure on real estate, and then we are looking at the reaction of the real estate market, investors, developers, and the government to this issue at hand. So, Sis, from your experience and from what is happening right now that you can see, what are the main causes of this flooding in Lagos? We know other states, some states are experiencing erosion, right? And in some places in Lagos, it's actually erosion, like the place may look good, but just a drift of the landscape and everything.
Yes.
But in Lagos, flooding is the issue, which is man-made. That's why we are talking about it. What are the main causes, and how do you think we can curb it? Let's hear your points.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think in Lagos State's general, let me say precisely around this island area, we have this flooding issue, which is the major problem we are facing, even in our completed estate that existed for years. Imagine places like Chevron, houses on Chevron, we still face flood. Once it rains, there is flood. The reason is because there is no proper drainage. If we have a proper drainage system, obviously once it rains, it floods out. But because we don't have a proper drainage system, once it rains, you see us living in an estate, expensive estate, but you still come out and soak yourself in the flood. You understand? Sometimes you come out, you can't even go out because everywhere, the full streets everywhere is flooded, and yet you're living where in island.
So you're talking about construction problem.
Yeah, so we are talking about no proper drainage at all.
One.
That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, I think from developers.
Okay.
Our developers too have a very big role to play in this aspect. First, you don't build where there are areas they are supposed to build, there are areas they are not supposed to build. So I think before you develop a certain place or a certain area, you should go for proper check
with the government.
We have the Alausa there. Go there, liaise with them, find out areas that you're meant to develop and areas that you're not meant to develop.
Leave the canal
area. Because if you notice now, there are a lot of houses on canals.
There are sandfield.
They will just sandfield them, and they won't just sandfield and leave it for years. This time around, they just sandfield and they start building immediately.
Yes.
Which you forgot that we are already in a peninsula.
Yes.
Water everywhere.
Yes.
So you can't just sandfield and then you start building.
Okay. So now construction. Building on waterways.
Yes.
Then the next one, which other factor do you think is the main cause of this problem?
Dumping of refuse.
Indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Okay.
Yes, a lot of people just come out, they dump things anyhow.
And
when you don't have good drainage, it stocks there.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to go out.
Yes.
And once it's not going out, what do you have? It rains, you will live with the flood.
Okay, I want to talk about this indiscriminate dumping of refuse. A few days ago, I saw on the Commissioner for Environment, Lagos State, on his post on Facebook, talking about the flooding issue. And then I made a comment. I said, Honorable Commissioner, thank you for what you're doing. I think your Daddy of Environmental last week Saturday, which was every Friday, last Saturday of the month is Environmental in Lagos. And I must commend Lagos State for that.
Yes, that's good.
It's a good thing. It can't be running a metropolitan city like Lagos, and there's no time set aside for cleaning the environment.
Yes.
That's why everything. And that's number two, when he was showcasing the areas that they are decongesting, dustbin, refuse and everything, and the work Lawma was doing, everybody was commenting. And I made a comment that I said, thank you, Lagos State, thank you, Commissioner. But then we should initiate a neighborhood guide, like a neighborhood wash against indiscriminate dumping of refuse.
Like an awareness?
Not just an awareness. Awareness is already ongoing with the Saturday cleaning. Lagos State is sensitizing, the Ministry of Environment is also sensitizing. We're talking about, if my neighbor throw away dustbin anyhow, I catch am.
Yes.
We execute jungle justice. The way we go fit take cash, you go feel am.
Okay.
You understand? And then there's a task force that I will hand over that neighbor to. That it will not be my problem. All of us around, we know that this thing is a sin, is a crime, is an offense against ourselves and against the environment. We'll hand you over to the task force. Yes. Then the task force is government itself.
So we shouldn't talk about the jungle justice area first. We should talk about the task force.
No, jungle justice is no in the sense is
because they're allowed. Remember?
No, we're not talking about kill the offender.
You know, so a lot of people out there when they hear the word jungle justice.
What I mean jungle justice is that
someone.
Catch the brother, catch the sister, apprehend him or her,
okay,
and then let there be a task force that works hand in hand with everybody catching a potential thief in this matter and handing over. Just like when you catch a thief inside the market, people hardly steal inside the market.
Yes.
As things
cut and hand over.
Because they know that when you steal inside the market, the consequences is more than what you are stealing.
Exactly.
You understand? That's why people don't steal, not because people don't have tendency to steal.
Yes.
But now we are saying that let's bring out a policy and a task force team that is going to be apprehending these people that don't, like, look at from Jakonde to Shongotedo.
Yeah.
Have you seen what's going on?
Yes. Exactly.
At Ologolo Junction,
Same.
dustbin.
Yes.
At SPG Junction, dustbin. At New Road Junction, just
and none of those areas are.
The painful part, sister, is the new site being constructed at Ibrahim Sonia. Can you see that? You can see truck bulldozers that are doing construction.
And
people are dumping baskets of
refuse
on the road median being constructed. So Lagos State government needs to sit up on
this. On that task force, very important.
Very important.
I think task force is the
we need
most,
to review.
That's one language we hear in this country. Have a task force that works. Not a task force that will come and collect bribe and leave people.
Yeah.
So have a task force. I remember back then, there's a governor in Lagos State that did so well. When you're driving, you're not on your seatbelt, you're caught. Once you're caught, you pay the fine. Then I remember a lot of people became sane. Like once they enter their vehicle, even a bus driver, you see the bus driver putting on seatbelt because the task force was working. But when you have a task force that is not working, that's where it becomes a problem. So if we want real estate, if we want things to work, especially in this real estate business, we need to have a good task force that work.
Task force that work in terms of checking building approval. Before, if there is a construction in this corner, let it be that the Ministry of this thing, what's it called, town planning and the urban development, those from Alausa, those from LASPA, somebody is saying that a construction is coming up here, or the way is your approval. If your things are not complete, hold on until you get everything completed. And the idea of Mr. A is giving some things to some of the officials in order to keep them quiet or keep them away from his side until he is done with his work. And then the government is coming to demolish already built and sold houses. Where were you when those construction was going on?
Exactly. Because most times they give approval, and before you know, they tell you that was never
Nigerians are losing money. This is the pain we are facing in the industry. People are not trusting to invest. It's a capital flight for Lagos. People are not trusting to buy properties in Lagos because the silent treatment of the things that matter and coming back to destroy what has already been built. It's not showing that we are being proactive. We are being reactive
people to their early graves.
Yes, we are being reactive to important issues. And lastly, we're looking at another factor which most people are pointing out is the coastal highway that was constructed. This is supposed to be a blessing in disguise, but now it's creating a lot of problems. Some part of Ologolo doesn't flood before, but since the coastal highway was constructed for flooding, talk about some part in Ekate, talk about some part down all of this stretch.
So they need to have a proper channeling of
the Ministry of Works the federal and the honorable minister, they need to look at this. The construction company, whatever design they are working on, they need to urgently look at this. People
Yes.
are getting submerged in flooding in their homes that usually did not flood before.
Yes.
And lastly, you as a real estate investor looking to buy a property, this is the best time to go out for inspection. Come out for inspection, dearest client. If you have it in mind to buy property this year, come out for inspection. It is rainy season. This is the best time to decide, to know whether that area you are eyeing, you want to buy from, whether it's worth it. That estate you have in mind, go and see the estate. Go under the rain. Once the rain stops, drive around, check the environment to really know if it is worth it when it comes to investment. And don't forget, we are Ecotech Real Estate, and we are here positioned for excellent real estate transaction, ensuring that you understand the nitty-gritty of real estate. And don't forget, the first investment you make in real estate is investment in due diligence, not the property itself you are purchasing. The first investment is in due diligence. Due diligence in paperwork search, due diligence in environmental assessment. Those are the first thing you do, and then due diligence in ownership search. Once you get these three due diligence correct,
you are
covered to deal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you.